So, if you are migrating data from Pipedrive CRM over to HubSpot, one of the most complicated aspects of that is how to handle the Pipedrive leads because HubSpot does not have a lead object. So, there's some strategy that you have to take in understanding, first of all, how leads work, and then how you're going to transition or augment that data from Pipedrive and turn it into HubSpot data. So in the previous video, I went through and I imported all of the Pipedrive leads of this one migration that we're doing into HubSpot. And one thing that I pointed out was that all leads, I'm going to open this up in a new tab here. When you have a lead in the system, all leads must be connected to. So if you look here, I click save, and every lead in Pipedrive has to be associated to a person or an organization, which would be the equivalent of a contact or a company in HubSpot. So what I have already done, and you can look at the other video for this process, is I have taken all of the Pipedrive leads that we had, and I turned it into two lists. These are the Pipedrive leads that are associated to people, and these are the Pipedrive leads that are associated to companies. So now what I want to do is take these same Pipedrive leads and store my associated HubSpot contact ID that's affiliated with this lead, and then also the organization ID that's affiliated with this lead. So what I'm going to do is download this CSV, and then I'm going to go into here, and first thing I want to do is make a custom field, and this field is going to be called HS contact ID associated to lead. So this is the contact ID that's associated to this lead, and that's fine. We're going to make it a text field. So this is a text, and hit save. So we now have that, and we need to make one more that is called HS company ID associated to lead. And once again, we're going to make this a text field and hit save. And so now when we go to the data import data, and I'm going to cancel that one, and we're going to do a new one here. And this is the migration of leads. And the Pipedrive lead ID is going to be matched to the ID of the Pipedrive system ID for lead. The HubSpot contact ID is going to be associated and it looks like, once again, this hasn't been updated yet, so it's not processing those in two new fields. I'm going to hit continue. Do we have it now? HS. Here we go. So HS contact ID associated to lead. So that's the one I want here. The HS contact ID associated to lead, and then this one's the HS company ID, and I want the HS company ID associated to lead. And then contact person ID, I don't need that. I don't need the organization, and I don't need organization ID. Okay, so it's saying that I have to have at least one mandatory field. I think that might be because of this. Pipedrive system ID for lead. Aha. Okay, so if I get rid of these, I think that we're good. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, so now that I'm not importing any deal or person stuff, I have the Pipedrive lead ID, the HS contact ID, and the HS company ID. Those are what I'm importing. So I click next and start import, and we'll let that run. And then after that runs, we're going to do one more import and do the Pipedrive leads for companies, and do the same thing where we export, download as CSV. And then we'll let this finish importing, and then we're going to do the same thing for the the companies. And again, what that's going to do for us, let me jump to the conclusion here, is that I have the leads here. And what I want to see ultimately is I made a filter here in leads that's going to be when the, here we go, where the associated to HS company is empty, or where the associated contact is empty. So we're going to keep this private, hit save. And then what this is doing is it's showing me leads where the HS company, let's go ahead and change the filters here. So I'm going to just show, so this is going to show me, let's go ahead and rename this, leads not in HubSpot. So there we go. We have leads not in HubSpot, and I'm going to hit save. And now this report is only going to list the leads that are on here that don't have a company ID or a contact ID associated in HubSpot, which means that it's a new lead that I haven't imported yet. So let's go ahead and refresh this. And you can see I'm at 10,834. And as this migration continues, that number is going to continue to drop to should be around 3,000. And so that's why we do the round trip of exporting the deals or the leads, contacts, companies, all of them to HubSpot and then back, is because we know with certainty which ones of these are not imported yet. And let's go ahead and refresh and see if we drop below 829. So you can see it's slowly chipping away. Now we're at 828. And soon those will all be updated. So that's the round trip portion for managing leads on the migration to HubSpot from Pipedrive. I hope this video is valuable. The migration is one of the hardest parts of implementing new software. We do this all the time. And so if there's aspects of the migration that you're curious about or want to know more, please don't hesitate to drop a comment down below and let me know what other content you'd like to see in terms of migrating data.